Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to show you how to buy Qubic on Gate.io. This is a really trustworthy exchange, probably of the exchanges that Qubic's available on at the time of making this video. This is probably my favorite one, or the one that I trust the most. It's a really easy process. I'm going to take you through it step by step. I'm going to show you how to do it on a desktop or your laptop, and then I'll show you how to do it on a mobile. Just if you're going to do it on a mobile phone, just make sure to watch all the steps that I'm doing on the desktop or laptop, because when I get to mobile, it's basically the same thing, but I'm just going to show you where to click, just in case you're having trouble where to click, but it's going to follow the same process as what we're going to do on a laptop or desktop. So let's get into it. So guys, the first thing that you're obviously going to have to do is actually sign up for Gate if you haven't signed up already. I'm going to leave a referral link down in the description. I'll probably leave it as the pinned comment as well, but you'll find it there somewhere. And it's quite helpful because I get 20 USDT if you guys sign up, and then you'll receive 5 USDT for signing up as well. I think maybe there's some odd condition to be met for that to happen. You might have to make a trade or something like that, but it's nothing major anyway. So it could be a free $5 for you and free 20 for me. If you don't want to use it, that's cool too. And if you've already signed up, that's brilliant. But first thing that you need to do is sign up and create a password and do that sort of stuff. I'm not going to go through that step by step because it's straightforward. You guys know how to do that. I'm sure you've been all creating, your Facebook, Instagrams and things like that for years. So then some just small things that you're going to have to do when you sign up. You have to go through the security compliance thing, KYC. You're not going to be able to do anything on the platform until you complete that. So when you're trying to do the steps that I'm showing you, it's going to keep prompting you to do these things. Again, not going to go through it step by step. It's really easy to follow, really easy to do, but you just got to set up your passwords. You'll have to set up two-factor authentication, which is setting up an email address that's linked to your account, setting up a phone number that's linked to your account. Really straightforward. It's going to show you step by step how to do it. And then you're going to have to give a proof of identity, which would be something like a passport, something like that. And then a proof of address, which is like a utility bill. And I'm pretty sure you're going to have to take a picture of yourself as well, just to prove that you are who you say you are. Shouldn't take you more than 15 minutes to do all this. It's annoying, but it's part of setting up. Once you do it once, it'll be done forever. It might take then half an hour or an hour for them to approve your document. But after that, then you can get into the steps of actually buying Qubic. So the first thing that we have to do is we get to the Gate home screen, and we have to go up here to the section that says buy crypto, and we're just going to click up there. And when we click up there, we're going to see that there's a drop down appears and one says quick buy. That's what we're going to do. If you haven't got any USDT or any crypto to deposit, we're actually going to just buy some crypto with a card or with our bank account. So click on quick buy. And then once you do that, it's going to open up this window. And down here, you've got the options of what type of currency you want to buy crypto with, and then what type of crypto you want to buy. So in Europe, we're obviously using euro. If you're in the States, you're obviously using dollars, and whatever country you're in, just switch this to your country's currency. And then, as far as I know, you can't buy a USDC isn't a trading pair, so let's just stick with USDT. That's what you're going to buy. So try and buy USDT with your euro, and you enter in the amount that you want to buy with. And then you have to decide what way you're going to pay. So you can pay with debit card. There's other options here. You can use Google Pay or you can use SEPA. SEPA is the cheapest option, probably the most reliable option. If debit card doesn't work for you or Google Pay doesn't work for you, SEPA should definitely work for you, but it's a little bit slower than debit card or Google Pay. So it's just up to you which you prefer. They're all great options. But if I was you and you didn't mind waiting a day, I'd go with SEPA. But if you really want to get this done just right now, then go with a debit or credit card. It's only slightly more expensive. Like, what's the difference there? 82 cents more expensive. So it's not too bad. Um, so so then what we would do is just click buy. Basically, that's all you have to do. Once you've done all this, you just you go through all those steps, and you would just click confirm, and then you would just buy the crypto. Again, it's going to be very straightforward, very self-explanatory. So I'm not going to go into detail and just show you it being done exact step by step, but you're going to find it easy. And then that's the next step. Now, if you are someone that already has USDT in another account somewhere, you probably don't, but you might just be. If that's the case, if you're not buying crypto directly with your card or whatever, you would want to go up to this deposit section, go up there, click on that, and then just click on chain deposit, click there, and then you just select USDT because that's what you're putting in. You select the network. For the network, I would put the Tron network in there because I think it's the handiest and cheapest network. But yeah, maybe do that one. I think it's the best idea. But use whatever one you want. It's not a big deal, but just don't use Ethereum or some of these that are super expensive. I think Tron is the cheapest and is pretty quick. So that's a great one to use. And then you deposit it in. So now at this point, you've either bought. So if you're buying, you don't care about that. What I said about depositing there, you just go and buy with the card and wait for your funds to come in. If you're depositing, you've deposited in, and now you just want to check, did your assets actually turn up in your account? And the way you do that is you go back to your home screen, and up in the top right corner here, you're going to see it says assets. You click assets, and we can see here then that we've got our funds management or our spot. So you can click either of these, funds management or spot, whatever suits you. And then in your spot account, you're going to see how much USDT you've got. So you should see what your total assets are worth here. And then down here in the assets section, you should see your USDT pop up. Now, bear in mind, if you just done this a minute after buying your USDT or depositing it mightn't show there yet. It might take 5 or 10 minutes. It could even, if you're really unlucky, it might take an hour or something like that. If you're buying through SEPA, it could take a couple of days. So don't panic if you don't see your USDT here in your asset section straight away. It will pop up as long as the transaction's gone through. If you've deposited or if you've bought it with a card or Google Pay, it's probably going to pop up here in about 10 minutes. And as I said, with SEPA, it's probably going to be maybe a day or two or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how long it takes, but it's going to be a little bit longer. But either way, don't panic. It will pop up if you've seen it come out of your account. Now, one thing can happen sometimes is that for some reason in your spot wallet, your USDT isn't showing there. So you might want to go just to your funds overview in that situation and just click the transfer button and just go to this section here, and you want to just go and move the money across from wherever it is into your spot wallet. You just pick USDT, you click this drop down, and just try the drop downs and see which wallet the USDT is in and switch it across to spot. That probably won't happen, but just in case it does, that I just want you to know that if you're looking for your money. So then the next thing that we do is we're going to go and actually trade. So we're going to take this USDT now that we've bought. So for any of you that don't know why we're buying USDT, it's a US dollar stable coin. And now we're going to go and we're going to trade this into Qubic because we couldn't buy the Qubic directly. So we need to trade our USDT into Qubic. So as you can see now down here, the USDT is showing. There's not a lot of it, but it's showing there in our assets. So now we're going over to our trade wallet here. We're going to click on trade. And that's going to open up this window here, which is going to be overwhelming looking, but trust me, it's really simple. We don't care about most of it. We just care about the simple stuff. So the first thing we're going to do is go up here because it's saying Bitcoin USDT, and this is just a Bitcoin USDT chart. And we want to change this to say Qubic USDT. So we're just going to go and click on this, and in the search box here, we're going to type in Qubic, and we're going to see Qubic USDT pop up here. And we're going to use this one for the spot, Qubic USDT, and click on that. And when we click on that, now you should see this section here is filled into Qubic USDT. And now that we've done that, we're going to go all the way over to this section on the right side, and this is where we're going to make our trade. So you go over to here, and when you go over here, this is what it looks like. So we're going to be in the section that says buy. If we're selling, we'd obviously click here and sell. We're going to click buy. As we can see at the moment, it says limit, but we want to change that to market. So we'll go over here and click market. And then when we click market, we're going to see this button pop up here to say best market price. So I just want to really reiterate that we don't want to be in limit. Now, if you're a more seasoned trader, or you start to understand what limit is, you can look into that, and it's just setting your own price. But for now, we're just going to stick with market. So don't worry about limit if you're new. Just go with market for now, and in the future you can start looking at limit. But go to market. We're going to see best market price will pop down here. Just keep it on best market price. And then we're going to take this little scrolling bar here and we're going to put it all the way up to 100%. And we're going to click buy Qubic. Now, when you put it up to 100%, you're spending 100% of your USDT on Qubic. If you don't want to spend it all on Qubic, just move it up to 25% or put the exact amount of Qubic that you want to buy. Put up 10%, put it up to whatever number you want. But I'm just saying 100% because I presume you want to buy Qubic with all the USDT you put in. If you're the sort of person that likes to test things and wants to be sure that it's going to work okay, feel free to just put it up to 10% or something like that the first time. Try it out, and then if it works, go and put the full 100% in. There's a lot of liquidity on Qubic right now, so I think if you put this up to 100%, the transaction should go through straight away. If it doesn't go through straight away, it just means that it's taking a bit of time for the order to fill. What that means is there's just not enough people selling their Qubic just yet for you to be able to buy it. But if you give it a bit of time, maybe half an hour or an hour, the order will eventually fill. So don't worry about it. So once we've done that, then what we're going to do is go over to the assets section here, and we're just going to see did our order fill. And once we click on the spot section, we can go in here and we can take this little search bar and search for Qubic, and we'll see our Qubic appear here. So as you can see, I have no Qubic here, but right now, if you bought 500 million Qubic, you should see it appearing in here. Now, just a key point here is that if for some reason your order isn't going through, I'm not going to go into this in detail. Again, it's quite self-explanatory, but you can click this order button here and it'll just create a drop down and you can actually see what's going on with your order. You can cancel it if you want, but it should go through no problems. So now that we have our Qubic on the exchange, you can obviously keep it here. And a lot of people do that. I mean, Gate, I think, is a pretty good exchange, so it's probably pretty safe there, but I would always recommend trying to pull the Qubic off onto your own wallet if you can. Now, I don't want to overcomplicate this, because if you're completely new, sometimes it's just nice to be able to leave it on an exchange that you trust. And if you're not buying, if you're not putting thousands into it here, maybe you just want to leave it on an exchange so you can sell it at the end of the bull run or at some stage. So the good thing about keeping it on an exchange is that when your Qubic's on the exchange, it's custodied by the exchange. So the exchange basically keeps your funds safe, but the only risk is that if the exchange closed down or something like that, your funds are gone. The safe thing to do then is pull it onto your own wallet, but that's called a self-custody wallet. And the issue there is you're in complete control, so you can keep it safe. But the issue is if it comes into something like hacks or something like that, if someone was able to hack your wallet in some way, shape, or form, or hack your computer more likely, the wallet I'm going to show you is very secure, but if someone hacked your computer in some way or tricked you, they could take your Qubic and you'd have no one you can go to because it's just your responsibility. But on the exchange, if it gets stolen, most likely the exchange will give you back. The other issue with the wallet is if you just make any mistakes sending money in some way or something like that, or make any mistakes, you can lose your Qubic. So it's just a little bit more complicated. So you want to make sure that you're doing it correctly. But I'll show you all of that in a second. So what we would do anyway is we click withdraw up here, and we can withdraw our Qubic, or we can click this little tree three dots here, and we can withdraw our Qubic that way. And then it's going to say how we'd like to withdraw it. You just select on-chain withdrawal. You select your coin as Qubic. You withdraw to on-chain withdrawal here as it says. You enter in the address then. I'll show you how to get that address in a second. And then you just keep the address as Qubic, and then you just put in the withdrawal amount as 100% if that's what you want to withdraw. And then you're going to be given a few prompts, like you'll get a code sent to your email, a code sent to your phone. You just have to enter those in. Really straightforward again, and put your password in, and then it will withdraw. And again, it could take 10, 15, 20 minutes or something like that for the exchange to process it and it go to your wallet. So don't panic if you don't see it in your wallet straight away. So how you get that wallet is you go to the website qubic.org, and this is the wallet that I just recommend as a newbie using. So go to the website qubic.org, and you just scroll down the page a bit, and there's a section here that says official web wallet, and there's an official mobile wallet. And here you can just download the app or just go to the web wallet and follow the steps to set it up. It's really simple to set up. I'm going to link a video at the end of this video to show you everything about the web wallet that you need to know. But it's really simple and straightforward to do. Just make sure if you're setting up the web wallet, you take note of your public key, store it in a few places, take a note of the vault file that they give you, store it in a few places, and also make sure you know your password and store that in a few places, so that if your computer gets damaged or one of your USBs gets damaged, you have loads of backups so that you're never ever going to be stuck. And try and write down the public key as well if you can, just so you're never caught out. The same with the mobile wallet. Try to back up information as much as you can. Obviously, then you can go on to the Play Store if you've got an Android, or you can go on to the Apple Store if you've got the iOS, and just search for Qubic and make sure that it's the official wallet with lots of downloads, and you can proceed that way and you've got your wallet. And then so this is just some clips. If you're buying on your phone, just to track, you might want to zoom in your phone. I don't know how clearly you can see this, but it's really, really simple again. So you would just go to the section here that says deposit, just click on that, and it gives you some options will pop up. You can just pick the option that says quick buy, and then just go to quick buy and put in the amount of euro you want to spend, and just pick USDT as the thing you're buying, and then you've just picked the payment method. It's the same as we did earlier in this video. And then you would go into the part that says at the bottom of the page that says trade. So this part here that says trade, click on that, and that's going to bring you to the trading section. Just make sure you're on the spot section. Change your pair to Qubic again, Qubic USDT, and click Smart Market this time. Put it up to 100% and click Buy Qubic. And then you can just go over to your section over here in the bottom right corner that says Assets. Click on Assets, and that's going to open up your spot wallet. And in your spot wallet, that's exactly where you find the Qubic that you bought again. It should pop up here under Assets after a while. You can search your assets by clicking this little search button, and you can then withdraw your funds using this button here. So as I said then, I recommend using the Qubic web wallet. I've got a video that I think explains everything on it, step by step, how to set it up, how everything works in the web wallet. So that'll be appearing on your screens now. So follow the steps in that video, and you should have your web wallet set up and your Qubic secure from that. That's all I've got for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you all on the outside.